What is up, esports fans? This is a ZeeOne coming to you with a shoutcast from GoSuGamers.net, and this is just of one of the replays that we've recently uploaded. It's a game between BratOK and Socke, and this is all taking place, of course, in the ESL Go for Starcraft 2 August. So we can expect quite a winner of a game here. Now, of course, I'm in the interests of developing players in and around the world, and so that's exactly why I'm casting this one today. It's basically going to show you how to play this TVP matchup as a Terran, of course, and things you can do to overcome your opponent other than just mass up ghosts and hope for the best that you throw those EMPs down at the right time. BratOK here is going to demonstrate some good use of micro and just common logic to overcome his opponent Socke over here. And so I'm going to get this one underway. We've got BratOK spawning at this 11 o'clock, and it looks like we got Socke at this 5 o'clock, and we're going to get it underway. Socke just opening standard here with a gateway. Here we got BratOK, he's thrown down a supply depot. There's his racks. Going to be starting up pretty standard for both players over here, and get things underway. Yeah. Now, this was one of the games in the best of 3 series. If you guys want to check out who won the other ones, the replays are available on the GoSuGamers.net replay section of Starcraft 2, and you can check out what's going on over there. It looks like BratOK's doing a pretty standard opening here, throwing up that refinery right after that Rex, and just going to be amassing up the SCV. As soon as that SCV is done, he's probably going to whip that into an orbital command, get things underway. On Socke's side of things, looks like he's got that second pylon up, and his gateway just went up, and looks like he's going to be sending out a Zealot ASAP, and he's waypointed it all the way to BratOK's base. So we're going to see some early pressure from Socke, trying to lock BratOK down on this side, on this map. Socke, I think, wants to try to shut it down BratOK quite early, given that this is slightly Terran favored map. I mean, if we take a look at the natural expansion just over here, we can see that these upper ledges over here lend themselves to all kinds of medevac abuse, tank abuse, and marauder abuse, and it's really cool. So we might see some of that. There's that orbital command done. It looks like he's going to be throwing down that mule first things and saturating that mineral line. So far from BratOK, we've got just a couple Marines. Now, I think that he did manage to scout out this early gateway and see that the chrono boost was going down on it as well. So he's expecting Zealots in his base, and that's exactly what he's got. And as you can see, these Marines just firing away here. Socke just maybe throwing away that probe, and BratOK now has to use this SCV as something of a meat shield against this Zealot. Of course, Zealot and knows that it's not in his best interest to stick around, but no, they outnumber the Marines 2 to 3. And BratOK brings in some more SCV, some great micro, gets BratOK the win there, and Socke again has to retreat. Looks like BratOK's just massing up a few Marines here early to deal with these Zealots, so it looks like a tier 1 war of doom here. And it looks like BratOK's going to just be kiting these Zealots off, trying to nail them down. And it looks like he's bringing out more Marines, and he's got some SCVs to tank that off. Is he going to take, well, 1 Marine goes down, 1 SCV goes down, 2 SCVs go down, so not ideal for BratOK there, but pretty good play to thwart that little attack. He did manage to kill 3 Zealots, so that works out for him. Looks like that SCV did a good job on that pylon. Look at that. Wow. Anyway, this SCV is going to get a good look around. What it's going to see is the cybernetics core going down, so we're definitely going to have Socke teching soon into something special. He's only got 1 gas down, so he's throwing down that second gas. He is going to be going gas heavy. Looks like the Zealot is just cutting off this SCV. I think that Socke will get a Stalker. Yeah, a Stalker to deal with his SCV in a few seconds, and probably go considerably more amount of Stalkers, but later on. Look at this duking going on in the debris. Very good play by BratOK, but it's going to be short-lived. There's that Stalker just taking it out. And it looks like that warp gate tech is well underway, as well as a second gateway and a robo facility now. So when you see a robo facility this early, you can expect some Colossus, some fast Colossi coming out. So we're probably going to see a robotics bay in a few moments. But that's what's going on in Socke's space right now. He's going to get one of these sentries here just to guard his ramp, and warp off, or just ward off any kind of early Marine marauder push that Terran like throwing out there. Back in BratOK's base, he has managed to throw up a starport. Now, what I missed was the fact that he actually started building a Banshee. I'm going to throw up that production tab so you know what's going on. He started putting up a Banshee before that Raven. He likes the early Banshee just for some casual harass at the back of the mineral line, something like that. But in this case, BratOK's just going to be opting for a Raven. He's quite fond of these early Ravens just because if you get them early, they got all their time in the world to develop a lot of energy, so they can throw down those point defense drones. But it looks like BratOK's throwing down this here reactor on the factory. Might be throwing something out of there, or just doing a little switcheroo with that racks, and getting the racks on there, going a marine heavy army, which looks like he's going to do. Probably going to see some stim research going on pretty soon. Yeah, there it is, and that stim research really going to help out. Looks like BratOK's going to be making a move for this natural expansion, as is Socke on the other side of the map, who's decided to take down his debris, put up a pylon, and start getting things underway. You can see this game's moving into the mid game. There's not enough early pressure to call this a quick win from either side. So there's that pylon up now. It looks like that observer's out, and it's going to get a good look around the base, but it better watch itself, particularly around this Raven, because the Raven, of course, so useful against Protoss early on, given that it can see invisible units, and it's observer getting good luck over the Automaton 2000 over there. But what it's going to look at as well is BratOK taking down this these destructible debris here, and probably going to do something with that just now. So both players just setting themselves up for the later game. Looks like we've got a medvac on the way, and BratOK quite happy to just keep that starport on the tech lab, just pushing out one medvac at a time. He's not in any kind of rush. He's keeping it chilled, and he's just slow but certain about his moves. And at the moment, his next move is probably going to be expanding over here. We're going to see that just now. It looks like this observer got a good look around BratOK's base. It is going to expect a lot of Marines coming in. It probably saw the double reactor down here on the Raxes. And it did see the tech lab down on the starport. So it knows there's a Raven in the area, and I'm sure it's well aware of that. There's the Raven. Now at this stage of the game, both players are going to be moving out to the center of the map to try to take control, so that they can better establish themselves on the map and perhaps take this expansion just outside their base. There's BratOK's natural and there's Socke's natural, so they're going to be looking to expand there pretty soon. Now that they've got this first expansion set up and nice and ready to go, they're going to be looking to expand again, find a window in the game and expand. Now Socke choosing not to push out just yet, given that he's got quite a small unit composition, and I'm sure he's aware of the fact that there are a lot of Marines in play right now, and it wouldn't be ideal. But it looks like BratOK is going to load up some Marines in this here medvac. Let's see what he does with it. Looks like he's just going to keep some forces here, establish himself just outside his base. He wants to keep the fight outside his base, given that he's expanding at the moment, so that would be ideal for him. As BratOK just throwing out some more medvacs, lots more Marines, and the first Marauder of its kind. Look at that shield research is about halfway done now. Observer obviously got a good look at this force in the middle of the base, in the middle of the map here, and Socke might want to do something about it soon. But what he doesn't know about is this little medvac sailing around the edge of the map, not doing much. Look at BratOK moving in from both the front and the back here. So that's definitely going to distract Socke in the front here while he does this drop in the back, and that's BratOK's intention here. Let's see what he does now. This Raven's in a bit of trouble. It is going to get spotted out by those. Throws down a point defense drone. Good play, but at the other side of the map, looks like BratOK's done a little dropperoo here. And he's got 6 Marines and a Marauder in play, and it looks like he's going to be going after the Nexus of Socke. He's stimmed up and is firing away at that. Socke now being dragged out of his main, does not have any forces here to thwart this army, so this is definitely going to be a big setback for Socke, and you can see that there's the Nexus down. Not ideal for Socke right now. The medvac does go down with everything inside, but if we're looking at the advantage that BratOK got over Socke, that is a small price to pay. And so we've got BratOK still establishing himself here in the center of the map, and he might be looking to expand here soon. He's got a small window now where Socke might choose to stay in his base, but it looks like he's going to be moving out. He has to actually push now, but carelessly losing a Colossus there. But nevertheless, he does have that thermal lance research underway, and that's really helping him out right now. And so BratOK's going to kite this army, throw down a point defense drone, and see what he can do. And Raven just surviving within an inch of its life. But those Marines are no match for that thermal lance of the Colossi, and BratOK has to pull back. He has to get more Vikings in the mix to be able to take on this particular force, and that's exactly what he's got. He's got 4 Vikings now. He's going to want to throw down a repair on that Raven and just get that up and running, because now Starport will not be producing any more Ravens anytime soon. He did switch that off for a tech lab. Now if you look at this base build structure of BratOK here, he's positioned all his unit producing buildings very close to each other so that they can easily switch between tech labs and reactors. You've got 2 reactors and 2 tech labs, so he can swap that out for whatever he needs at the time. He needs a lot of marauders, no probs. He's got the 2 reactors on the tech labs. He needs a lot of marines, no probs. He throws down another racks on a reactor. Even if he needs another reactor or a tech lab, he's still got this factory that can just throw that up at a moment's notice. So very good play by BratOK, staying flexible. Looks like he's going to be trying another drop, judging by the direction that medvac's heading in. But it looks like he's got his expansion well underway here. He maybe wants to throw up some gas pretty soon. Yeah, there he does just that. Back at Socke's base, he has re-expanded at the natural. He's thrown up a lot of photon cannons just to ward off any kind of further drop. You know, those photon cannons can take out the medvacs before they manage to drop everything. It looks like he's just thrown up his second natural here, and he's doing a little maiden transfer to get that underway. So BratOK in a spotter brother here. He is an expo behind now. He has to see what he can do. And it looks like he's sending in this medvac from the side. He might be trying this frontal assault again and trying to just pull Socke out of his base. But Socke's going to be a little wiser this time. He spots the medvac in time, and BratOK just dropping 2 marines to try to take out a few probes in the base. See what he can do. It looks like this medvac's going to run into some trouble here against this photon cannon. Whoa, it's taking out cannon unload everything. Yes, it can, but Socke is the wiser, and he manages to thwart that particular army. So this constant harass by BratOK really doing well for him right now. During that whole attack around the back, he did come in with his main force and took out this expansion at the frontier. So what he's doing is limiting his opponent as to what he can do right now. Now this is the particular play that I wanted to focus on in this game. Here's BratOK just sailing over the ledge here, using this Terran advantage over here, given that they're so mobile with their medvacs and whatnot. And he's just going to take a position up here. I'm going to lose the... we have got some Psionic Storm and Charge on the way. Psionic Storm is going to help out against this particular thing. But look at this positioning from BratOK, throwing up the point defense drone. He's got the range over the Colossi, and he's got the short range of these Colossus, of these Marauders that are really just wreaking havoc with these Zealots. So really not working out for Socke right now. He's caught out of position. BratOK, as you can see, can even overcome that thermal launch that was really tearing him in ZeeOne earlier. So that's really working out for BratOK right now. Socke's unit's completely ineffective against this BratOK force over here, just because of the position. Even though BratOK has got, it does not necessarily have the unit composition to beat Socke's force straight up. He's using his position to his advantage. This position is flawless, awesome. And all the while BratOK's putting on this pressure on this expansion, which is Socke's only expansion right now, so it's imperative that he keeps it up. He's just macroing up back at his base. He's thrown down another expansion at his second natural, and he's quite content to just build up a couple of units and leverage himself to win this game. So BratOK doing a great job of coming into this game. You can see Socke slowly but surely losing the advantage in this game. I mean, he can no longer mine anything from these minerals just because of that one Marauder in place right now. Looks like he's got no choice but to move out right now. He has got some Storm in hand, so that's definitely going to help out against this unit composition of BratOK. Let's see what BratOK can do with his force here as Socke moves in. And this will be the defining battle about who wins this one. If Socke does win this fight, he could claw himself back into this game. But if BratOK does not, if BratOK just kills off this army one time, it's not going to help him out very much. Here's BratOK stemming up all his forces, spreads them, gets a good arc on the unit, so Storm's not that effective, catching just a few units at a time. And looks like BratOK has got a good curve going on against Socke's forces here, and he's just going to chase them down with Stim. And I think that may be the end for Socke. He's got this, he's got his expansions up again, but this is quite some momentum that BratOK's got going now, and he could just steamroll all over Socke's natural over here, and that natural is not going to last by any means. And there it's going to go down. It's going to cancel it, and it looks like we're just going to see constant pressure from BratOK here, using this momentum that he generated from this attack on the natural just to finish this game. There's a little auto turret being thrown down. For what? I'm not sure. Probably just some scouting. And looks like Socke's unit composition really not working out against BratOK here. So BratOK evening the scores with that harass earlier. Gets Ghost in the mix, throws down an EMP. Perfect play, that one. No energy for those High Templars, and they're forced to morph into Archons. So there's BratOK taking the win in this particular one. Awesome, awesome play by BratOK. and I'm sure we can expect great things from him in the future.